Well, I'm always looking for new equipment or materials that's going to make my painting life a bit easier, and I came across something very simple that I can use for my watercolors. One of the things I have with my tube watercolors is I'd actually like to have them in pans, but I don't want the hard watercolor pans either. I want soft watercolor paint ready to go. How to do that? You've got to get the right container. So here's a nice little bit of kit you can consider, and it's quite cheap, and it's doing an amazing job of keeping my watercolor paints soft and ready to work. Let's have a look. Okay, so here it is. Here's the box. 24 well watercolor paint box moisturizing. I'm not sure what that quite is meant to, how that links up. Anyway, let's get this open. It was actually very cheap. I think well under $10 when I ordered this. In fact, I ordered a couple. So let's open this up. Okay, so here it is. Clips to hold the lid down. Just take that off. And here's a clip here. Put your thumb through, I suppose, and just support it like that. So what I like is that these are quite deep wells, and they're 24, so I like to skip a well so I'm not mixing color, but of course you can put them all together. But the real trick is this gel plastic surface. It's like a gel rubber, and it seals pretty tight. And you can use this obviously not just for watercolor but also gouache paint as well. To show you what it's like in action, here's my set I have been testing out, and all my watercolors are still nice and wet. Pretty much like I do with my gouache, I give them a spritz with an atomizer just before I store them away. The nice thing is, like I said, is it's always ready to go. As you can see, the paints are wet, so you can just dip your brush in, get your mixing tray, mix your paint up as you require, just dip in, and you can get nice volume of paint. And that's the important thing here. Very quickly have a good volume of paint for doing nice big washes, lots of paint. With the dry palettes, the dry pans, you got to wet them first obviously, so that takes a bit of time, and you don't get quite the volume. So this is great for journaling, for instance, but if I'm working on a larger piece of paper from this, or even an A3 size, you want to get a lot of paint quickly. This is the way to do it. Just dip it in and get a good volume straight away. Okay, so that is going to be the palette I use for my tubes, and keep them wet with the airtight lid. And so far it's been doing a great job. There you go, quick and easy, and doesn't cost a lot. Get a couple, one for your travel bag, one for your home studio, and they'll always be ready. Okay, well that's a very simple addition you can make to your studio, and you can also keep your gouache in there as well. But these give me that satisfying dip straight in and start mixing on the mixing tray, and it works really great. Now don't forget one more important thing, your subscription to the Create Art magazine. It's a free subscription, and you can find a link below. Get yours, and every 2 months we're producing a really interesting and useful magazine for you. And of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos. Simple idea and a good one. So until next time, Happy painting and cheers for now.